นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะPage number 28. We are learning materialities. Materialities. So especially it is to understand anatta, self. So 28 types of materiality. Great initials, Mahabuddha, or 4 elements. Earth element, fire element, water element, wind element. These are karma-born materiality, nutriment-born, temperature-born, mind-born. Can be 4 causes. After that, 24 types of derived materiality. Those are eye translucency, ear translucency, nose translucency, tongue translucency, body translucency. Those are karma-born materialities. Only one cause. Color, sound, smell, taste, touch. Those can be 4 causes, produced by 4 causes. So about the kala, as a 4 aspect, kala is quite obvious. We also may say kala in 4. In our body, there is a kala, there is a form. So the characteristics of kala is impinging or hitting eye. Impinging or hitting eye. So we can see that it can appear in the eye. So it is the characteristics of kala. What is the function? Function is as an object of unconsciousness. We see that unconsciousness will take that kala as an object. Next one is we call vichupatthana, manifestation. Manifestation means if a meditator trying to see what is the kala, the kala will show meditator. So it is a manifestation. So manifestation is the object of unconsciousness. Unconsciousness. It is quite clear, not much need to explain, but I'm saying according to books. So what is Abhidhamma? Proximate cause. Because among causes, it is a main cause, cannot fail, something like that. So without 4 elements, cannot have a kala. So kala is because of 4 elements. If there is 4 elements, there is a kala. So if there is a dense, there is kala. So kala is a kala of 4 elements, form of 4 elements. Okay, next one is the sound. Sound is also very clear. In our body have sound. Now I'm saying, so it is a sound. This sound is produced by mind. So sound is not like a kala. Kala is produced by 4 causes. Karma, consciousness, temperature, mind born, like that. 4 causes. But sound, only 2 causes. Produced by mind and produced by temperature. So like a thunder, it is produced by temperature. So sometimes there is a sound in our stomach, somehow because of temperature. So only 2 causes. So sound is characteristics of sound is impinging ear. Impinging ear. So if there is a sound, that sound may impinge into the ear, may not impinge into the eye. So functions the object of ear consciousness. The object of ear consciousness is function. Manifestation also the same. The field of, or the object of ear consciousness. So our mind, by using ear, we will catch sound. So ear sensitivity is our tool to understand sound. So sound of what? Sound of a 4 elements. Without 4 elements, cannot have a sound. So like my sound. So my lips or tongues are touching each other. So wind make this mouth to shake. So other elements touching, beating each other. So the sound coming out. Because of this proximate cause, 4 elements. Next one is taste, rasa, taste. It is also obvious, we always eat. So, smell. Smell also, in our body there is a smell. We can get a smell. So according to Buddha's teaching, smell is dokanda. Dokanda is not good smell, bad smell. So because of this, we have to wash every day. Have to brush the teeth, have to wash the face. After that, only little bit nicer. May last 2 or 3 hours. Get a smell, but bad smell again. So, because of this, any clam, any piece of meat, flesh, have a bad smell. So also have the nature of sickness and the nature of death. So if we reflect in those things, disgusting feeling may appear by seeing this body. It is one of the way to see. So anyway, we have a smell. What is a smell? Smell, the characteristics of smell is impinging the nose, or nose sensitivity. We have a nose sensitivity. The smell may not impinge into the eye, into the ear, but may impinge nose sensitivity. So by the mind or consciousness using nose sensitivity, trying to know smell.
can know smell. Smell impinging nose sensitivity. It is a characteristics. Function is the object of nose consciousness. So, nose consciousness arises based on nose sensitivity, taking smell as an object. Manifestation also the same. Manifestation so the field, the object of nose consciousness. So without four elements, without dance, cannot have a smell. If there is a dance, there is a smell. So four element is approximate cause. Approximate cause. So this smell also. Smell can have in everything. So because of this, there are four causes. Some are karma born, some are temperature born, some are mind born, some are nutriment born. All particles of our body have this smell. So next one is rasa, taste. Taste. It is also obvious. So taste, the characteristics of taste is impinging the dang or dang sensitivity. We may touch a curry with our hand, may not know the taste, but if we put into the dang, so taste may impinge dang sensitivity. So by using dang sensitivity, the consciousness of the mind can know taste. So, because of this, taste is impinging dang sensitivity. Passion is the object of dang consciousness. Dang consciousness arises based on dang sensitivity, taking taste as an object. So when we eat, dang consciousness arises based on dang sensitivity, taking the taste as an object. So manifestation also the object of dang consciousness. If there is a dance, there is a taste. So if the tiger eats our flesh, he may have a taste. So taste of what? Taste of four elements. Four elements. So four elements must have as a cause. So these are dependent on four elements. Okay, these are after that tangible object, tactile or touch. Touch is not the other one. Earth, fire, wind. These are tangible objects. We have mentioned above. It is three of four elements, not included water element. Water means water is not tangible. By touching cannot know water. Another thinking beyond more than touching. So it is known by mind. Water element only can known by mind. Cannot know by touching. Okay, next one is nutritive essence, oja, nutriments or nutritive essence. So it is also in every part of body have this materiality. The whole body have karma born, temperature born, mind born, nutriment born. Or so if the mosquito bites our body, it may get nutriment. In the same way, the tiger eat this body, they will have a nutriment. So it is a nutritive essence. If there is a things, there is some nutriment. Whoever eats things may have something, may be effective to his body. So, like something vitamin, so it is a nutriment. When we eat food, into the food also have a nutriment. So, it is known by mind, cannot see by eye, cannot listen by ear, cannot smell, cannot taste. Taste is not nutriment. So taste is taste. Because of this, they can people can create food which has a similar taste, but the nutriment is different. So nutriment is have to know by mind. We eat after that we become stronger, like that. So if so, we can guess. Now, may say guess, we can know by knowledge. There is a nutriment. So, we eat food. So into the food there is a nutriment. Not mean all. So it is dependent on 4 elements. So we eat together with the 4 elements. Nutriment is included. How you know? After eating, we have energy. So producing, separating the whole body. So eye, ear, the whole body is stronger because of that nutriment. So in this way only we can know by knowledge, not by eye, not by ear. So this one is bringing body or balancing body to be stronger. So it is a function. So manifestations like supporting body. Supporting body. So if we eat, can stand, can walk, can sit quite a long time. So if we don't eat, body may lie down on the bed. So cannot support. So because of this manifestations supporting body. So what is the proximate cause is it is a food. For the food we eat. Inside, nutriments are inside. So without food, just a nutriment cannot take it. So together with the food, staying inside. But the amount of nutriment is a different food, different amount, not always the same. Okay, this is nutritive, so known by mind. Next one is life faculty, Jivita. It is a kind of life. So why we call being as a being? So because of this materiality, non-materiality. In the mentality also have. If there is a life faculty, it is a living being. So Panatipada means, Pana means, according to concept, you have to say being. According to ultimate reality, it is a life faculty. So life faculty is protecting the other rupas arising together. So into one klapa, in one small particles, at least there is 8 types or 9 types of 10 types of materialities. One is Jivita. So Jivita may protect those materialities. So we can see our body and dead body. It is not the same. Our body is something alive. No need to put a refrigerator, not to be found. So it is because of life faculty. Life faculty protect. So if it is gone from this body no more useful. People will throw away. Will not keep it at the house a long time. If a chicken body, quite okay. We put chicken and pig. But a human body is nobody wants. Because of this life difficulty, seems to be very valuable. So according to Buddha's teaching, once life difficulty, body heat, consciousness was gone from this body no more useful. No more useful. People will throw away. So we can see in our flesh, in our body, that life difficulty. Can see means by knowledge, not by eye. We can see with the eye. Seeing by eye is just a color and form, no more than that. No more than that. So this body is being alive or not alive is known by mind. Have to know by mind. So not by eye. By eye only color we can see. So by seeing, we have next another thought to reflect. So life difficulty. So life difficulty is the characteristics of life difficulty is protecting the rupas which is arising together. Balancing functions, balancing, maintaining, do be long life. It is its function. Do be long life to those rupas. So as long as have Jivita Rupa maintain those rupas. So next one is to keep and to be alive. So according to ultimate reality, very very fast, rising, standing, perishing. Only this period to be long life. But if we see normally, as long as Jivita Rupa is there, so we will be alive. If it was gone, we will die. Because we cannot see individual small things normally without practicing vipassana. If we practice vipassana, so we can see as a small particles. So we can see short term. Now like a mixing, one gone, another one coming. So we cannot see separately. We can see the whole, like continuously arising. So only when we die, at that time, we know flesh or something not the same. So changing or no more alive. It was dead. So it is briefly seeing, but a meditator have to see some small particles have a Jivita Rupa, some not have. It is arising and perishing very quickly. So here maintaining do we long life is just like 1 second, something like that. For those who can see very detailed. But for the normal people, may say like until a long life. So if it is alive, so there is Jivita Rupa. So Yabhidhamma Buddha Padattana manifestations to keep those rupa to be long life. Proximate cause is 4 elements born by karma born materiality. So this rupa is only in the karma born materiality, not in the nutriment born materiality, not in the temperature born or mind born materiality. So Jivita rupa is not every part, every small particle. So the whole body can see in the whole body, even in head or toe, like that. There is something alive. The whole body, but not in the every small particles. Some particles have, some particles not have. Because in our body, some are mind born materiality, some are temperature born, some are nutriment born, some are karma born materialities. So this rupa is only in the karma born materialities. So our karma give these materialities limited. Some are may be long life 100 years. Some are just 60, some are 50, like that. So although karma is giving 100 years, but if we don't eat properly, we don't stay under the good weather, if we don't have a good mind, so may not last 100 years, can be shorter, but cannot be more than 100 for the human. Lower deva also, some are accidents, so can die. But above Brahmas, devas or Brahmas, because for them, not bad food, not bad weather, only need enough karma. For example, if you practice jhana, so if you do long time, you can stay in the Brahma realm long time. Just to go 1 month holiday, you may get a jhana, but it will come down soon. Karma not enough. So they no need to be, for them, no need to be worried about the food, about the weather. Only need the karma to be enough. So no accident there. But for the human, not just the karma, can die every time. Some people want to go very early. They do suicide. So like that. So this is a karma born materiality. Karma born materiality, especially these rupas, especially in the digestive fire. This rupa help in the body heat or digestive fire. Some are very weak, cannot digest everything. Some people digestive fire very balanced, so cold and eat, cold or heat, hot they can eat. Some people are very cold, so cannot eat cold food, something like that. Some people are very hot, so burning a lot. It also may not be okay, especially to practice. Practicing cannot eat dinner. So if the karma is good, usually digestive fire is balanced. So it is life difficulty. So money mentality also have a life difficulty. This is a materiality. So any Panatipada, Pana means as a concept being. So as a ultimate reality, life difficulty, materiality and mentality. So it is a Pana. So most of beings, 2 kinds of life difficulty. One is a mentality, one is a materiality. Only non-perception being. Non-perception being is in the Brahma realm, only have a body, no mind. If so, for them, only materiality life difficulty. This also can say living being. But no one can kill to them because they are in the Brahma realm. So another one is arupa, no materiality being. So arupa realm. So only they have a life faculty, mentality, no materiality. So the other beings are two kinds of life faculty they have. So next one is heart materiality, hadaya rupa. Hadaya rupa is just into the heart. So cannot find in the other place. So according to scriptures saying, there is blood into the heart, like half of one hand. So dependent on that blood, this materiality is dependent on that blood into the heart. So about that, what is Ahadiyawatu? Little we have an argument because not directly in the Abhidhamma book, but in a commentary mentioned in the Abhidhamma book in the Patana Yarupa Nesaya something based on one rupa mentality arise, that rupa something like that. Not mentioned the Hadiyawatu directly with this name in the Pali, but in the commentary it is mentioned the Hadiyawatu. Hadiyawatu. But in the Dhammapada there is one stanza. Chaita, consciousness going here and there, although far, can go very fast. So rising into the cave like that, rising in the cave. What is a cave? Commentary mentioned like it is a heart. So Pali, in the Pali saying cave, because a cave, heart is like a cave. So have this saying. So another thing is this rupa is in Abhidhamma mentioned in the beginning point of our life. If a mother and father associate within 7 days or 15 days, new beings can come. So as I mentioned, very small things like goat or sheep hair, put into the wine, drip into the wine after the rise up. In the tip of hair, there is a drop of oil, very small. It is clear about this amount as a new being, as a human. So in that small wine drop, let's say a wine drop, there is a disrupa, Hadiyawatu. So materiality, 4 element, Hadiyawatu also there, body sensitivity also there, sex materiality later we will explain also there. So man or woman start from that time already. So all are karma born. So consciousness is dependent on that Hadiyawatu. So like a leg, hand, heads after 5 weeks start to appear. So because of this, according to Buddhist, consciousness or minds are dependent on heart, not dependent on brain, because the brain is a bit late to appear. So like that, heart is also when last, when die, it is the last one. The other body part may die fast, like a leg or something like that. So it is a Hadiyawatu. So if the mind is worry, a lot of worry, so in the stories of Buddha's teaching, so heart broken, something like that. So because of the mind's anger mind, angry mind, so the bloods are hot, heart broken, may vomit blood. So because the minds are dependent on that. If the mind is not okay, may harm heart fastly. From there may spread the whole body. Hot, especially hot blood. So it is a Hataya Vatu. If someone wants to see Hataya Vatu, have to focus into the heart. So what is the characteristics? So characteristics is it is based of Manodhatu, Manovinyana Dhatu. Can say based of consciousness. So consciousness mostly arise based on that. And consciousness is only two, good result, bad result. Ear consciousness dependent on ear, it is only two, not much. When you listen only. Nose consciousness is only when we smell, arise, only two. So tongue consciousness is when we eat, tasting time only. Body consciousness is when we touch something, touching time. Only two consciousness in each. The other consciousness, happy, sad, those are arising into the heart, or are rising into the heart. So if someone wants to see Hataya Vatu, trying to keep the mind in the heart area. Trying to keep small particles in the heart area. So minds are arising there. Trying to feel as a base of consciousness. So if you can feel, that is a knowing Hataya Vatu, base of the mind. So what is the function? Function is it is a location of those consciousness, Manodhatu and Manovinyana Dhatu. Later we may learn that what is Manodhatu and Manovinyana Dhatu. A kind of consciousness, most of consciousness. So as a location, functions as a location of mind. So you may go into the jhana minds are rising in there, like that. You try to see base of the mind, not trying to see just a mind. So check, because of this, checking jhana, if you want to check jhana factors, trying to see that, to see jhana factors. So if you want to see base, little bit below. Yeah, little bit below. So if so, it is a Hataya Vatu. So what is manifestation? Manifestation is a kind of nature which is bringing those two kinds of consciousness, Manodhatu and Manovinyana Dhatu, like bringing, carrying consciousness, because as a base. So what is Abhidhamma? Abhidhamma is proximate cause. So it is a karma-born materialities, especially into the heart. Karma-born Mahabhutas, 4 elements. Without 4 elements, this one cannot have. So it is dependent on 4 elements. So this Hataya Vatu also karma-born materiality. It is into the heart, not in the other areas. Okay, next one. Next one is male sex materiality. Heart materiality also, it is known by mind. Next one, sex materiality, male sex materiality. We say Burisabhava. It is only in the man's body. Another one is female sex materiality. It is only in the female's body. so different. This materiality shows us as a male, as a female. So because of this materiality, we have a chance to know this is a male, this is a female. But it is not visible for the eye, not seen by eye, seen by mind. Seen by mind, have to know by mind. So males are speaking and walking, actions, everything are not the same. Female and male have differences. So because of this materiality, this materiality is the cause of male and female different. So even in hand, male's hand, female hand, not the same. Eye, mouth, body, structure, all are not the same because of this materiality. So we can see, but not just by eye, by mind. So if there is some signs in the big body, so it is started from the small things, because the big one is a collection of small things. If there is in the big body, there is in the small ones. So because of based on seeing big body, we will know by mind there is a male nature or female nature. In the same way, when we see small particles, we try to use knowledge, because the small things, big things are started from small things. So if there is in the big things something in the big, there is something in the small. So for the meditator, if you meditate trying to see the whole body as a female or male nature, so in the same way trying to see in the small things, because big things are coming from small things. So it is a beginning point of our life, like within 7 or 15 days after mother and father associate. So already there, it is a karma-born materiality. Karma-born materiality. So how mentioned as a lakkhana. What is a lakkhana for the male sex? Like the cause of man, the cause of man. The cause of a man means that materiality show us as a man, or that materiality show us as a woman. So by seeing that, our knowledge arises. This is a man, this is a woman. So because of that materiality. So what is the function? Showing obviously this is a man, this is a woman. So it is a function. Manifestation is a kind of nature which is the cause of man's how to say disguise, man's appearance, man's signs, the cause of man's actions, the cause of man's how to say maybe demeanor or something like that, disguising. So it is a manifestation of that rupa. So what is the Bhajathana? Approximate cause, Kamaja Mahabuddha, Karma-born 4 elements. So it is existing on the 4 elements. Without 4 elements, we will not have these male and female sex materialities. About that, so in the Abhidhamma mentioned that some are no have, some are based on karma, it is changeable, some people. So in the Buddha time, there is one person. So by seeing one Bande Kijayana, or like that, very handsome Bande, he think, if my wife like that, will be okay. So someday, after that, he become from man, he changed from man to female. So as a man, he got two children. As a woman also got two children someday. So it is a changing, have such a changing. So
Really can change immediately.
have it. Nowadays also I heard some people changing.
The body structure different.
Body structure is sometimes karma is it is very strong karma. The other one is arhanta. It is in the Buddha time, not past stories. So nowadays also have changing. Changing means may change slowly, may change suddenly.
Cannot have children. If they change, cannot have children.
Cannot have children. He has. So even some are like a kind of people have two, like a man and woman. Some are only can give, others to pregnant. They cannot bring. Some are they themselves also can bring pregnant. Also can give other lady to be pregnant. So have this kind of people. It is we call Ubado Janakābhivaṃsa in Bali, like both sex, may say like that. So in the Abhidhamma, although it is a long time ago, about that quite clearly mentioned. Nowadays we have to hear some news, but already in the Buddha's teachings. So, but we don't learn very detailed, very detailed. Have those things because we have some rules who can ordain. So some cannot ordain because we have a question. If someone want to ordain, are you a man? Like that. Are you a man? So a man only. What is the man? What is not man? Like that. About that mentioned those types of people. So quite clearly, someone change the waxing time. They are men. So waxing the month, half a month, like waxing and waning, they change waxing and waning. So some are changing is if they see man, woman, if they see woman, become man. So like that, if they want to ordain someday about this questions, because when we ordain, questions have to ask questions. Are you a man? Like that. So in the Vinaya also, this problem need to be solved. In the Abhidhamma view also, what are those? So some are not have these materialities. Because of this, you cannot see easily man or woman. So some are changeable. So okay, next one. Next one is, and now we finished the 18 rupas. It is a real rupas in our body. So for those who want to practice vipassana, need to see that. For once we practice these, to have a non-self view. Because normally in the body there is a self, there is a soul, we think. So to remove that around you, we have to see in this way. So only have these things, not have other things. Other than some element like vitamins or those that they may have, may not be it is for the liberation. So Buddha's teachings are just to be enough for the liberation, mainly not for the curing disease or something like that. So if it is enough to remove attachment, it is the main purpose. Because we think this body, there is a soul, it is me or mine. This thinking makes us problems, not reality. So once we can think as a non-self, it will be okay. Will not be worried, will not be attached, will not be suffering about this body. So because of this benefit, we have to do. So it is based on reality. Purpose is to have a benefit, to remove the suffering, to have a non-self view. So as long as we have a self view, we will suffer. Once the body change as a nature, we cannot accept. Once we are sick, once we will die, so we worry because of this is me, this is mine, although it is not correct. So to remove those views, so we need to see in this way. So if we try to see in this way, those self-view are less and less. So less problem will come, less worry, less attachment, will be like that. So although body have a sickness and death, we can accept as a nature, just a nature, like Arahanta. They may not be worried. They are free, very free. Even body, they don't depend on outside things, properties. Surely they will not depend on whatever happens in the world or in the body. It is not effective to him. So become very free without dependence anything, and they stay very freely like that. So to be Arahanta, to have such a non-self view in the materiality, we need to discern what is we see. We see body. It is what? Seeing what? How to see? With what we see? In the same way, we listen to sound. What is the sound? How to hear? Like that. So in the same way, our color, our sound, our energy, what is that? As a man or woman, those are what? So we have an eye, ear, nose, tongue. What are those? So we need to know as a Buddha's teaching. Normally, this is my eye, this is my ear, like that. Briefly, all we want to say, occupy or identify, it is me or mine, like that. So, but this view make many problems because of not correct. So, not to have those view, have to do a kananga. So based on reality. So another one is 10 types of unconcrete materiality. It is what we say like artificial rupa, not real rupa. We see space elements, akasa dhatu. Space element is one of important materiality to see that, especially for those who want to meditate on the materiality. First of all, have to practice 4 elements. So if we practice 4 elements, let our body become bright, like an ice block or transparent as a block. So at that time, if you try to see space element, how to see? By thinking that there is a space in the body. There is a space in that block or body. So at that time, will break into small pieces. Into small pieces. The mind can go through everywhere. So in the Maharavada Sutta, the Buddha encouraged Rahula to discern 4 elements and the space element. Quite important. Because if we cannot see space, we cannot go through like that. Space I surely have, because we eat food only put into the stomach, but the nutrients are not in the stomach, just in the stomach, have to spread to the whole body. So without space, nutrients may not go. If nutrients can go in everybody, but that means that there is a space. We can know as a knowledge. So in the same way we drink water, actually water is only in the stomach, but the water spread like wind, heat, trying to send everybody, but because of this, our body everywhere quite wet if we have enough water. So because of this space, we have surely, we may see or not see. Now you start to think in this way. Yes, water is spreading, nutrients are spreading. Without space, how to spread? So because of space, have to spread. So if you know that, that is also seeing in space. But knowledge is not like sharp, like a meditator. Meditator is like seeing by eye. Seeing by eye. But now by using knowledge, at least you can understand. So it is also a kind of seeing, but quite shallow. If you do Gananga, think Gananga, it later will appear very clearly. So meditating like that. But systematic practice means have to start 4 elements. After that, when it is the right time, you try to see. By thinking that there is a space. If so, all blocks are broken. So your mind can go everywhere. Even want to go into the eye, want to go into the ear, can go. So if it's not broken in this way, cannot go. Cannot go. Some people practice jhana, they try to discern jhana factors. So when they try to see heart, their chest is pain. Just trying to see, because they think as a block. So mind is quite powerful. Once hit, just thinking, trying to see, but they are pain, heart. Sometimes some people heart pain, chest pain. So if they like thinking, but pain can be very pain. Something if they don't know how to see. So because of this, we have to give an instruction not to turn the mind towards the body, only trying to keep breathing. Sometimes if they turn into the body, they will see some elements, they will have some painful feelings. So surely just thinking, mind is quite powerful. Mind is quite powerful. We have to do reasonably. So after seeing a space, you can go no problem. No problem like that. In the same way, creating like a psychic powers, have to do reasonably. One of the summoner want to shake, they was mentioned in the beginning cannot shake. So his teacher instruct, first of all you should do the ground water. Water, like water kasina you practice. Make it the ground as a water. Mention his own water in his mind. After that he shake. So he can shake. So like that, it is have to do. In the same way, if you know you break your body, you trying to go, it will pain. So happen like that. because of this space element is it is important things to do. Another thing is space is not reality. For example, if there is a two finger, there is a space. Space is nothing. So, but to know as a two finger, you need to see space. If you don't see space, you may think only one block. So because of this body is not only one block. This body is a collection of small pieces. To see small pieces, you need to see space. So space, because of this benefit, although it is nothing, but you need to see. Because if you don't see space, you may think this is one finger, like that. So this is artificial materiality we call it, because of nothing, but you need to see in this stage. But when you do, as a impermanence, suffering, no need to see. And like a space is a suffering, space is impermanence. At that time, no need to do, because only these two may have arising and perishing. So space may not have arising and perishing. You cannot do impermanence, you cannot do suffering at that time. But in this time, you must see this space. Okay, about the space, how to mention as a current, quite clear actually, but we will go according to books. So characteristics is how to say, making boundary of two particles, two pieces, making a boundary. So if you see space, you are seeing boundaries. So function, what is a function? Function is showing the boundaries, how to say, edge of, or showing the end of paths. The end of paths. Like you see the earth far from, like one block. If you try to see closely, small sands together, it is earth. So what is Vichupatana? Manifestation. Manifestation is a kind of nature which is how to say, in between of two klabas, something like that. Klabas. So another one is proximate cause. Approximate cause is like rupa klabas. Many klabas. That is rupa klabas. If there is those klabas, there is space. So without these klabas, cannot see space. So because of these klabas are the cause of space. Okay, this is a space element. It is not reality, but I need to see. So next one is intimation. Intimation, materiality, intimation, culturally, English word I don't know well. I'm going by Bali. Viññati rupa. Viññati rupa is something cause you to know, or something being caused by others. So bodily intimation is special actions of the body. Like I move my hand. Some people may say nowadays with the picture, to show okay like that. So it is a body action. Dancers may dance. So we attach to that. Dancing is very beautiful, or movement is very good, or something like that. We need to know what is that, because we have attachment. May also think this is my soul or my actions, like that. What is this action? So this action is special action, special movement done by mind. So mind want to shake this and that. So these four elements are shaking special ways controlled by mind. So not reality. What is intimation? What is okay? So that is like a four element make in this way, like that. You will understand. Oh, one day is okay. So something like that. It is causing you to know I'm okay. So it is viññati in Pali. Viññati is something causing you to know. So it is just a special action of four elements, especially. Nothing reality there. Where is okay? No help, but special actions. So it is also we need to discern what is that. Because normally we like someone's movement, we like someone's actions. That only we also may like my actions. This is my actions. So what is that? Just like a special way of movement of real materialities. No, it is a reality. Another one, verbal intimation, which is viññati. It is my speaking way. Not sound. Sound is a sound. Speaking way is different. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, sometimes loud, sometimes quietly, something like that. So soft. It is a verbal intimation. In a song, we can hear those things. We like, this is my song. A very good song like that. Because their movement is something different. So we also need to know what is that. Which kind of materiality. So it is not real materiality. Cannot find into the mouth. Just a movement way. The mind want to say something. So the mind producing materialities, especially predominant in wind element. So that wind is shaking the mouth, touching here and there, touching very much, touching a little bit. Based on that, shaking away the sound, maybe slow, maybe fast, maybe soft, maybe rough, like that appear. So special actions of real materialities controlled by mind. So it is a verbal intimation. So verbal intimation need to discern as a verbal intimation. It is not my speaking way. It is not my action. This is a real materiality, is a special movement controlled by mind. So next one is change materialities, lightness, softness, about kaya viññati, vaci viññati. Here, kaya viññati, vaci viññati. So kaya viññati, bodily intimations, mind producing, bodily and verbal intimations produced by mind. So characteristics of special way of four elements produced by mind, predominant in wind element. It is the cause of movement, like going in front, going in back, going beside, like that. So function is showing your desire, showing your wish. Like I want to say okay with that. So that action will show you my desire, like that. So manifestations, a kind of nature which is the cause of bodily shaking. So it is manifestation. Proximate cause is wind element produced by mind, mainly wind element. So produced by mind. Some people their wind is weak, so cannot shake. cannot do special action like older people. Or the one to dance beautifully cannot. Only just shake this side and that's the side. like that. Because their wind is weak. Although the mind want to produce beautifully, but no more. Everything awkward. So, in the same way, Vijivanyati also special action of mind-born Mahabuddhas, predominant in earth element or earth element. So, because when we speak, we have to beat lip to lip, like that. If a beat may have a sound. So, beating each other is solid. Then, if a beat, we will have sound. So, predominant in earth element. It is the cause of impinging of Bhatui Dhatu. Bhatui Dhatu. Bhatui Dhatu is two kinds. Original one is mainly karma-born materialities, earth element. So later, mind-born materialities are touching. So mind-born earth and karma-born earth. So because of this, some people, karma-born earth not so good, like mouth shape. If so, cannot produce good sound. So in the same way, sometimes our mind is not stable, so it may produce a better sound. So karma-born earth also need to be good. For example, some people's mouth shapes are very good. Movements are everything easy. Some kind of mouth shape about some word they cannot play well. So some kind of speaking, some kind of sound they cannot produce well because based on the form of mouth. So it is also showing desire. If I want to show my desire, I may produce my sound, or loudly or softly, like that. So manifestation is a kind of nature which is the cause of sound. The cause of sound. So Pradhana, approximate cause is mind-born earth element. Mind-born earth element. So other element beat the other earth element. So at that time sound coming out. So next one is changing materiality. So lightness, softness, weightiness, vikara, lahuta, lightness. Yeah, sometimes in our body we feel light. Even within meditation, sometimes very light. What is that? It is also need to know. So sometimes soft, and this is a good thing. Softness, mudra, the body soft. So we can feel my body soft. So weightiness, kaminyata. Kaminyata means like something ready to do. Sometimes to listen or to sit a very long time, body not ready, not so good. Sometimes okay, for 1 hour no problem, for 2 hours not sure. So like that, ready. If a healthy body, what we need to do, the body is feel ready like that. So And we can feel those things occasionally, lightness, softness, and weightiness. What is that? What is that? Need to know. So sometimes not there, no lightness, opposite. So it is changing. So what is that? Is we need to know. So characteristics, first of all, lightness. Characteristics of lightness of not heavy, not being heavy, of real materialities. Real materialities. It is produced by mind, temperature, nutriment. It is 3 bone, not 4 bone. So means that if a real materiality is good, we will feel the lightness, the softness, weightiness. No, it is separately staying, not something. Because of good real materialities, we have to feel light, soft, weightiness. Means that if we have a good mind, good weather, good food, we'll feel those things. Once disappointed, will be happy, like that. Today I will talk until 5 o'clock. Yes, we'll be happy. Huh? We'll be happy. We'll finish soon. Okay. We'll be light, soft. If so, it is mind-bone materiality. So in the same way, temperature. If the temperature is suitable for you, so body will light because of good materialities are producing. So not really something put into that, just trying to be good. So in the same way, if you have chance to eat good food, so body will be light. Because of this, to produce passaddhi. Passaddhi is one of the mental factors to be peaceful. And so to be peaceful, how to do is please eat good food, stay good weather, do moderately, like that. So easy, huh? If a meditation retreat, if you are not peaceful, trying to eat good food, stay another good weather, will be peaceful. So lightness, softness, weightiness. Yeah, it is the characteristics of not being heavy, of real materialities, born by mind, temperature, nutriment. So function is dispelling or removing heaviness of materialities. So no more heavy like that. So manifestation is a kind of nature like lightly, quickly movement. So getting up, sitting may not be so slow because the body is healthy. So can do quickly. So Bharatana, proximate cause is light materialities, good materialities. If the 4 elements are good, will have lightness. So in the same way, mudita, softness. The characteristic softness is not being gross. The nature not being gross of real materiality, born by mind, temperature, nutriment. So characteristic function is dispelling, removing grossness. Manifestation is a kind of nature which is not opposite to do all bodily jobs. So proximate cause is soft rupas, soft real materialities. So next one, Rupasakamiññata. The characteristics of Rupasakamiññata is proper to do bodily jobs. What kind of jobs you want to do? Body is proper, ready, something like that. So function is dispelling, removing, not being ready. Not have such things. So all are ready. So next one, manifestation. A kind of nature, having strength of materialities, having strength. Proximate cause is such kind of rupas, real rupas. Strong rupas. If it's strong rupas we can feel those things. So although we feel these lightness, softness, weariness, they are not real materialities. But real materiality means not separate things. Goodness of materialities only. So if real materialities are good, you can feel these things. Not separate things, like not putting another rupa. Goodness of the previous rupa, like that. Okay, so next one is characteristics materialities. It is also artificial rupa, not separately. One thing is generation, upajaya. Another one is continuity. So these two are actually one nature. Can say it is arising, jadi arising. So if one of the rupa firstly arising, it is upajaya. Later continually arising, it is continuity. For example, eye sensitivity, maybe after 11 weeks. Our life starts. About that period, eye sensitivity start to come out. So at that time, first beginning eye sensitivity is arising as a generation. Now also arising. Now one sensitivity gone, another sensitivity come, like that. Now also arising. This arising is continuity. Actually, the same things. Arising, generation and continuity is arising of rupa. Arising of rupa is not separate things. For example, this finger arise, like that. So arising is not separate, not different from this finger. This finger, when arise, it is called arising, like a marking only, marking. So next one is aging. The last one is impermanence. Impermanence is, can say, death. For example, this finger once died, it is impermanence. Decay. Some people say decay or death. So between arising and death, it is aging, or they say standing. So it is marking this finger. Once appear, arising. Once passed away, decay. Between aging. So it is just marking materiality. Reality is this reality, 4 elements only. 4 elements arising, 4 elements aging, 4 elements impermanence. Not separate from, different from this real things. So it is also need to discern, because sometimes we have eye, later disappear. Some people are blind, no more. What is that? Something like that. So sometimes appear again, something. So what is that? It is just arising, standing, perishing. So by seeing that, also can understand as a impermanence, also understanding about the materialities. So in our body only have these 28 types of materialities. So, as a right view, we need to see in this way. If we try to see in this way, right views are arising, knowledges are arising. It is a beneficial view, can reduce problems, can reduce attachment. So later, this materiality, our body will show its nature. Its nature is impermanence, suffering, non-self. So at that time, we can easily, our knowledge can easily accept, like something which is subject to broken, or broke, like that. So something which is subject to die, will die. So we can accept it easily. So we will not cry. So in the same, if other people die, how many person, how great he is, he died, we are not worried. Because we don't occupy. This is me or mine. But for this body, although we are old, like even 70, 80, still worried to die. Because we occupy. Although the same nature, body is the same thing. For the other people we can accept, but for ourselves we cannot accept. You accept or not accept, body will show its nature. Will not care about you, although you occupy or identify it is me or mine, like that. This materiality will not care you, only will show its nature. So because of this, we need to understand that this body as a nature, instead of occupying or identifying this is my body or mine, like that. So do we like that? We need to meditate. We need to see Gananga as an element, like according to this discerning. So after that, at that time, any small particles have to see into the eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, into the heart, like life faculty as a life faculty, need to do a Gananga. If so, you will feel not like as a being, not like a me, not like a mind, because the whole 1 hour, 2 hours, if possible, later the mindful, if you are very mindful, all the time you think in this way. This is just 4 elements of materialities. Many times, if many times thinking, knowledge is arising, that mind will be like your original thoughts. Arahantas, their original thoughts are like that, just materiality. They don't want to say this is a Bandhisari Buddha or Moggallana. It is for the others, for communicating only. Their real view is just a materiality. Because of this, although the Buddha passed away, they will not cry. They know the Buddha is beneficial, but they also know body's nature, materiality's nature. They cannot control. So they will not cry. They can accept very easily. So nobody can make them a problem, because they are not dependent on anything. Nature as a nature. So we need to discern those things in the materiality. After that, have to see as a overview. So all these materiality, one of the common characteristics is rupa. We call it rupa. Rupa is changing. Changing based on mind, weather, food and karma. So if the weather, cold and heat will change. So later you will be hungry, at that time weak. After eating, will have energy again. So changing. So in the same way, mind now maybe quite happy. You have to finish. so changing, If I continue about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, will be with that, okay? So it is changing. So changing is all materiality the same. So by seeing changing, you can note it is a rupa only. That is a brief overview of rupa changing. At least you can do that if you cannot remember 28. So changing. So not me, not mine, no man, no woman, not someone, just a rupa. If so, if you think in this way, right view is arising, knowledge is arising. Now, after doing this, so about the soul, some people think a soul or self is in the materiality, somewhere in the materiality. Now, after doing this, in the materiality, you will become clear. No have self in the materiality. So it is have to go. One is by Sutta, faith, according to Buddha's teaching. Not just Sutta, also trying to produce a concentration, trying to see with the knowledge. So just a faith without knowledge may not work well. Just a knowledge, no power, no concentration, not continuously seeing. So if so, it is also may not work well. But you can do something, not like a higher situation you can get. Like a running, you need to know method how to run. Also, you need to practice. Later, we have a power. If so, can be champion. So some coach only they will know method how to run, how down, but they don't have energy. So they can teach, but they will not be champion. So just running without understanding the way to run also may not work well. Because of this, need power, also need knowledge if you really want to improve. But anyway, now you have listening knowledge already. If you think Gananga, that is deeply thinking. So meditating is actually listen fast, understanding fast. According to understanding, you should think. So you should think. It is called the yoniso manasikara, proper attention. Normally we think this is my body. So should not think after listening this. So if we think what happened, we're not improve. That's all. We have problems. So if we think according to Buddha's teaching, we'll improve, will be less problems. This is the way to understand the materialities and to understand the non-self. Also practicing vipassana. Okay, that's all. If there is a question, you can ask.
Bhante, question. So when we study this rupa, so all the rupa, whether it's a great four element, concrete, unconcrete, they are all have these four elements inside. Is that true?
Yes.
Concrete, unconcrete, they all four elements inside this
four elements is foundation.
Foundation.
Okay. So formed by four elements, color is there, smell is there, like that.
Yeah, including the unconcrete. Also have four elements.
Correct.
Okay, now for inanimate things, that means non-living things. So they are sustained by the temperature, born kalapas, right? And they also have the jiving tree also?
No life breakout.
Okay.
So only outside things are only, according to Abhidhamma, you only 9 types. 9 types. 9 types means 8 types. If you put a sound, 9. Like a 4 element, color, smell, taste, nutriment.
So it's 9 instead of 10.
8. If we put a sound, if a beat, there is a sound. 8 or 9. No life difficulty.
So I just want to understand regarding this human body. So we are sustained by our temperature on
nutriment,
temperature.
right?
So if people want to extend their life, can they just focus on generate a temperature on, part of it, I just curious because normally we say people pass away because the fire element already gone. So if they were to, actively generate or find ways to activate this fire element, then they may have a chance to live longer. No.
No, cannot be.
Okay, I know the
Because
karma and consciousness.
Temperature is maybe people can do, people can maintain temperature to be stable, but will not last more than 100. Yeah, or even one day, cannot be without, one day maybe without food. If we don't eat food, surely will be weak. Now we stay another echo, so I have to drink water. So temperature alone cannot sustain because we have 4 causes. Other food, temperature, mind, okay, still have a need karma. If karma is bad, can die every day. Possible to die every day. So on the way go together, someone may hit the banker, someone not hit, like that. It is also possible. So falling down, broken leg, anytime can be.
So the people with psychic power, they can create these external bodies, rupas. So they actually use their mind to power to create this into other people being to see a separate things. Is this how it works?
This is not real being actually created by powerful ones, not real being. Just to show you. For example, if I want to show you color and form, it is enough. That appearance is for example, if someone want to show you human body, this is a color and form. Color and form enough. We may put 4 elements and make a color. Just a statue. If he want to do movement, may do movement based on his power. It is also just a creation, cannot say a reality.
I understand there's contact part of it, then the materiality will arise, right? There's a contact element, contact factor. So the mind need to know it has the contact. They need the contact to know these rupas. So how does the contact mental factor? The contact. Because the mind know all these unconcrete materiality. So they have to have the contact.
Contact is in every mind moment. There is this factors, because contact is one of 7 universal cetasika. Only when contact this flower or when contact that flower. For example, if you want to contact this flower, you see this flower. If you want to contact that flower, to see that flower. Contact is every time. Now I'm trying to say with you, my contact is my object is you are appearance. So my mental factor, one of the mental factor, contact with your appearance. So it is what I don't understand well. In every mind moment, I have contact. Only change object may change. Which object I want to contact among here?
What I mean is without contact, you will know there's a rupa.
Contact is this factor is never fail.
Okay, it's always in a living being.
In the mental factor. Only, for example, here many things to see also have sound, they have smell. Which one I want to contact? Only I need to turn my mind into the eye or into the ear. Or if I want to know smell, I need to turn my mind to the nose. But now I know how is juice taste. Yeah. Okay.
Bante, what is the difference for the meditation for elements between these lightness? Different or not?
Lightness is it is different. Meditations, for example, this cup weight, have a weight. This way is especially the characteristics of earth element. Earth element have some weight. But about this weight is the same. But based on which one you see, may say heavy, may say light. But it is one weight. So if I'm strong, my hand is strong because I have a lot of energy. In my hand I have wind, have heat. For example, this one very easy to lift up. I may say this is light. Or old man come and lift up this one. He is weak, so he may say this is heavy. So based on persons seeing, may say this is light, this is heavy. For the knowledgeable person can see both. Can see both because of one weight, one of the weight, like a temperature, the same heat. This weather, someone may say hot, someone may say cold, but one temperature. But a knowledgeable person can understand. He can say both. Cold, yeah, correct. Hot, it is also correct because he understands one of the temperature, seeing way only different. So in the same way about the body, a bit quite the same, or also a little bit can say different. For example, if my wind heat weak, but a lot of fat, if so, I may be heavy. For example, if I sit a very long time, my wind no more lift up, energy was gone. So all weights so no more wind, no more sporting because of sitting long time. So I may feel heavy. Usually original weight, but wind weak, cannot put no more wind. So in the beginning I may sit straightly, wind pushing, there is a heat. So if so, I feel light. So later my wind weak, only water and earth have, if so, will feel heavy. So but if you say something very happy, at that time my mind produces wind. Okay, light, like that. So maybe if this juice is very good, after drinking I will feel light. So because of juice will produce wind and heat energies. So if the body is balanced, so we'll feel the lightness, softness, weightiness. Meditating in time also the same. If meditation is no go, so all materiality also no go. So feel very heavy. Once the meditation is good, oh very light. Body like a despair, something. Where is the body? Because of good mind, especially meditating time based on good mind or not good mind. So good meditator, improved meditator can sit a very long time, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. They sit. After I get up, they are okay. So like that.
nutritive essence. Regarding the nutritive essence, okay, you said that depending on the kind of food you eat, it will affect your the nutrients. So from the Buddhism point of view, what kind of foods are considered good or bad for the nutrients?
So what kind of food could consider as which can support the body? Only we may say how we can say which kind of food is which can support the body.
Like hamburger is good or
So we cannot differentiate those things. Only because mainly our understanding is like we may say I have strength, I have energy, something like that. We attach this is my energy. Once the energy lose, we disappoint it like that. So about the energy, this is my energy like that. This is me. We may do. So we trying to think energy is energy. This is just energy. Energy has a nature, rising and perishing. Sometimes it may have, sometimes it may not have. Trying to understand energy as an energy. That energy is not me, not mine. Also impermanence, suffering like that. So to understand like that. Which food, how much energy we have, we don't learn about that. About that. Only if you want to know, trying to eat. After that, check your body, how much beneficial for your body. If so, if it is beneficial, we may consider good food. If it's not beneficial for the body, we may consider bad. Yeah. We try to eat proper food. Proper food is, but not just, not mentioned specific things. May have a little bit things like a chitumadu, something like that. No, not include hamburger.
Afternoon, Bhante. I was just looking at Hadya Rupa, and my understanding is all consciousness arises from the heart or the mind.
Yeah.
So
nearly all, yes. Still
so,
have I except those consciousness.
So what about Arupa beings? Do they have Hadya Rupa?
Oh no. Arupa beings just a mentality arising. Even we cannot say where it is arising because of no form.
Okay, so without the Hadya Rupa, they still have mentality arising, but not sure from where.
Not sure because of mentality. To say just mentality where it is, not like that.
Okay.
They are rising in places, they are realm.
Oh, okay.
No mentioned. Also, no materiality.
Okay, so that means in that realm, we do not see things like four elements.
You cannot
not
see
at all.
Not at all, yeah.
Then, but then I have another question regarding smell. You mentioned that smell can have four causes, which is
yes.
So can you give us an example of smell created by mind?
Created by mind is, for example, let's say if you worry a lot, maybe you will be thinner because of reduced materialities. So if you are happy, maybe proper body or maybe fat. If so, this increasing is some rupas are because of mind. Because once you worry, your body is smaller. If you are not worry quite a long time, your body is good looking. So someone can, by seeing that, we can know some materialities are produced by mind. you can smell that materialities facts. So if there is something, there is a smell.
But how, Bhante? I still don't understand. Meaning by mind, the understanding is via mind?
No, produced by mind. First of all, you should understand mind producing materialities.
Yes.
Actually, this mind move here. This is a mindful materiality. This hand, because of my mind want to move. This arising operation, right? And there also including karma born, nutriment born,
Yes.
temperature born. But some of things are sure because of my based on my mind shaking. So because of this, if you smell this one, they are all include the smell of mindful materiality also, temperature born also, nutriment born also.
Oh, okay.
Especially, another thing we can know is if our mind is normally body smell also sometimes very bad. If the mind is peaceful and calm, sometimes smell not bad.
So, Bhante, am I right to say such smell are more subtle as compared to like smell fragrance from flowers?
More subtle.
Subtle. That means it's not very obvious. Not strong to the nose.
You may check. Sometimes if the mind is bad, body smell is very bad, or be quite obvious. Quite obvious. If the mind is peaceful, body usually cooling, less smell. Some are very smells are very connected to emotions.
If I practice 4 elements, I cannot. Lightness for me is quite difficult. Then I can.
But other people see you, you are not so happy. Okay.
Because of karma, I think.
Easy to see lightness.
Yeah, not easy. For me, it's not easy.
You trying to lift up with a crane in your body. Yeah, that's a use. How to use knowledge. This cup have some weight, but we can say heavy. We can see light. Light. Only our knowledge can reach or not, able to think or not. Realities are there. Realities are there. This is weather, cold and heat. Can say two things. Realities are there. Only able to think or not able to think, only maybe different.
But I want to ask, can I recall example, if I come to listen the Dhamma, I'm happy. Then for the meditation time, can I record this for the lightness?
It is one of the good things can do. Although we don't teach normally, no problem, because thinking about listening Dhamma is something good. Okay. Can.
Hi, Bhante. I don't really know what you mean by artificial rupa. So I can see there's 14 types of concrete derived materiality, and from those materiality, I can kind of see how it's concrete and how it differs from the unconcrete materiality. I don't see the concrete sort of differentiation between both of them, but you can kind of guess. But when you say they're artificial, I don't really understand what you mean. I can kind of tell that they're kind of like factors, or they can describe certain materialities, but I don't understand why it's artificial.
Yeah, their translations concrete or unconcrete. It is an English word. I don't understand much. So according to their translation, I have to say. But real things, for example, 4 elements, this one is a 4 element. But between 4 elements, 2 4 elements, there is a space. Space is nothing. Space is nothing. If there is a 2 finger, there is a space. If there is no 2 finger, cannot say no space. No space is there, but we not pay attention. So this space, why we need to see is to know 2 fingers. If we don't see space, this is we may say we may think 1 finger. So to know 2 fingers, we need to see space. So seeing space is to know 2 fingers. In the same way, our body is like 1 block normally. But if we trying to see space, this is not 1 block. Small pieces are joined together, become body form, like that. So to know combination of small pieces, so we need to see space.
But it's not artificial, it's there, so why is it artificial? It's artificial rupa.
Yeah, some people's saying, so for the Pali tongue, we use, for the real rupa, we say rupa. So for the the other rupa, maybe different tongue. So you try, instead of the word, you should understand the reality. About the saying concrete or real or not real is because of other people's translation, I have to say. Another saying is another Pali word is previous 18 is a Nibbana rupa. Nibbana rupa is produced by causes. This one is Anibbana rupa, not produced by causes. Because this is space. Space is not because of mind, not because of nutriment, not because of weather or food, like that. So another name, Pali name, explanations, Nibbana and Anibbana. Previous one have causes, 4 causes or some of the 4 causes. So the 10 materialities are like especially no causes. No causes. Because of nothing, also will not have a causes. Something like that. So another thing is the previous one, to contemplate as a nature dukkha anatta, to be contemplate. So the other 10 materialities are not to be contemplate as a nature dukkha anatta. Someday. So have the other usage. Yeah, artificial or not artificial is because maybe I have read from some book, so I have to say, if someone it is not proper translation, I may not use later only.
But like the word materiality itself, it is something, so when you say space is not material.
Space is not materiality, yeah.
But this is a materiality, type of materiality, but it's not material.
That is a kind of usage. Only you need to know purpose. Why we need to see that. But the Buddha say rupa. So we have to say rupa like that. Rupa is one meaning. One meaning is changing. Changing is may change based on this 2 finger. If 2 fingers are like that, so space will change. For example, but not because of space, because of two real fingers or real materialities. like that.
Isn't space the absence of materiality?
You can use you can use, but usage
Right. So
may
why is it a materiality?
may say differently. So especially to be okay for the practicing. If you explain, you may use this one, but everybody will not use it like you. So different people will use a different usage. Yeah. For the English, it is proper or not proper. We are not so sure. So sometimes I may use different types of vocabularies. Maybe one of the vocabulary correct. Because it is not our own language.
Yeah, but then the entire basis of calling it materiality is wrong.
You may say wrong. You may wrong or right is for example. Yes, if so, you try to write books about that. So how people will say like that. We are mostly these are mostly these are Westerners and they write, they translate. We are only know Myanmar and Pali. We may explain, but to change their languages, they will do. After they doing, we will follow their translation. Because it is not our language, we also not learn well about the English. So we use those people's translation. Mostly. But sometimes I think this word is better. I may say, I may use some word. But mostly these writings are not our writings, mostly Westerners' translations. Even among Westerners, many different things. For example, eye translucency, eye sensitivity, those are quite many things. But which one is correct, we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, about that may have differences. Only trying to understand how we will practice.
So are all of these mentalities arising? You can see all these mentalities within your own body, right?
Yeah. Material. Later I will use it in charity.
Sorry. All these materialities, you can see them in your body.
Yeah, in the body also can see. Outside is not all. Outside is the Buddha teaches only 9 types. If non-living beings, 9 types. This is 28 is 28 or for the man 27, woman 27. So if both can be 28.
I have one more question.
Okay.
But this one is not very. Okay. So when you said the people they change their sex, do their bodies change as well? Or is that what you're meaning?
Because that is mainly we had a news. That's I personally didn't check their body. So I had some news or I have read those stories. One story have that's quite obvious. Buddha time is not so many stories. It is real stories. So he was born as a man or woman. So as a father also, as a mother also. So later he become bhikkhu. So this story is very obvious in the Buddha time. So in the Vinaya also about the bhikkhu ordination, are you a man? About that clearly explained. So some are even 1 month they change man and woman. So bodily how to be I never met such people. How is appearance changing? Only some news we had.
Without surgery, right? Like.
Without, yeah.
No, right?
Mm.
No, right?
Yeah, but this materiality is the whole body, not one part. For the man and woman,
And
the
they
whole.
change it without surgery, is it?
Without surgery is we don't say, we don't teach about these things in the scripture have. So long time ago, but news are very close.
Yeah, Bhante, that is a very curious case. It's the story of Soriya in the Sutta.
Yeah.
So he went from a man and changed to become a woman, and he was both a mother and a husband to two children. I bet there must be a surgery, because he could not have just wished upon the very handsome Bhante and say, wow, his skin is so golden and brown, I wish I'm like that. And then, the next minute he became a woman. I just find it incredible. So I believe it must be over a long span of time, and there must be some sort of surgery involved, and maybe that's due to his karma.
So, yes, past at that time, people's power is not the same. For example, nowadays, like Arahantas are not so obvious. So people are more dependent on wisdom or effort. So very less dependent on karma. No high karma power is nowadays a bit less.
So speaking of good karma, Bhante, I was just curious, is karma more important than parami? Because if you think about Moggallana, he obviously had very good parami. He can practice and have abhinas, and he, but due to his bad karma, he was, stabbed to death, right, by bandits. But even the fact that he became an arahant, it doesn't stop his bad karma from happening, that he died a tragic death. So even though he has good parami, his bad karma resulted in him dying a very bad death. Well, kind of bad, but then he's arahant, so it doesn't matter. So is parami more important?
Parami also one of a good karma. Parami is good karmas. So bad karma is bad karma. So he has based on parami, based on good karma. He has power. He got attainment. His appearance good. Also have powerful like that. That's because of good parami, is a result of parami, is a result of good deeds. But also have to die because of robbers. It is also because at that time producing by bad karma. So it is something like alternative.
So, but it's obviously two different things. Parami is parami. Parami is about virtue.
Parami also, parami is a good karma.
It's a good karma.
The same.
So, but from what I'm saying is that a person's good parami is good and contributes only to his practice, his meditation practice.
No, his appearance maybe.
As well. That's not the karma. That's not due to his karma materiality.
Yeah, it is a good, because of good karma. He also wealthy, a rich man, famous. Because of parami or because of good karma, about that side. So even in Buddha, sometimes Buddha have a headache, the whole life. Sometimes a waste of pain. So it is because of bad karma.
Right.
Yeah. Good karma, because of good karma or parami is his appearance is very, very handsome, or body strength is very strong, like that. It is a different timing, little bit mixing. We also the same. Everybody not always good. Less or much, bad and good things together.
So so in the case of Bahiya, when he rushed to see a Buddha and beg him for a Dhamma, All Buddha said to him was, seeing is seeing, hearing is hearing, tasting, touching. That's all you need to know. And just a very short phrase of that, he became an arahant. He gained his enlightenment. That is his parami in the past.
Yeah, because the five bhikkhus, they have a practice.
Yes, so that was his good parami. But because of his bad karma, he was gouged to death by a bull. Because in the very, very distant past of his bad karma, he used to kill a woman, and this woman became a bull, and that was right at that moment she came back to kill him on the spot. So what's the difference again between, so from what I'm saying is, parami is pertaining to, is helpful to one's practice, meditation, attainment.
Parami,
but karma is more material and rupa. Is that the right way to say it?
Parami and good karma very close. Bad karma is very separately. No need to differentiate. Bad karma is bad karma.
Yes.
Only good karma and parami little bit different.
Right.
So karma means everything, every action which is good, especially mainly cetana, intention. So that is all karma. Parami is a little bit more is for the liberation. For example, now you listen to good deed. If you aim for the human devarium or sensualities, good karma, but no parami. No parami. So parami is like higher people's action. Higher people's actions are not for enjoying lives. Like mainly nibbana sabbacaya hotu. What you do is for the nibbana, for the liberation.
Renunciation.
Renunciation. So, if so, as long as you are not against such things, you are parami were following, not just enjoying for the lives. So, do dana, for example, for liberation. You're not trying to enjoy human and deva life. You may born a human and deva life if you do dana as a rich people, for example. Although rich, you may not touch your properties. Based on being rich, you go rich because you don't need to work. So it is available to practice something like that. It is parami. So parami and good karma a little bit different. Karma is just good deeds for sensuality or for liberation, or are called karma. But parami is must be good deed. Aiming is for liberation. If these two together, it is a parami.
So, okay. So, from a materiality's context, it has more influence on karma.
Materiality.
Yes.
Materiality also, yeah.
More than parami.
Parami also good deed, you know. Basically, parami also good deeds. So materiality, for example, if we do bad deeds, body, like a dog's body, the same materiality, but it is a gross. So dogs also this materiality have, but form is not beautiful, not healthy, may not so healthy, not flexible like a human body. So it is because of bad karma. So we are human body, like I seem to have to say more beautiful, so more flexible, healthy, can do many things within this body. So it is because of good karma. Parami is a part of good karma. Good karma. So even in human body, so you see people eye to eye not the same. Some eye we consider lovely or beautiful. Some people's eye is not so beautiful, like that. So people by seeing eyes, materiality, most of people love this person, most of people hate this person, like that. That eye form, in the same way clearness or not clearness. Some eye is very strong, very healthy. Some eyes are not healthy. So those are because of good and bad karma. So materiality also effective, not just knowledge or mentality. something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Clarify. Okay, I'm not sure if the understanding is correct. For materiality, can we understand that they are actually, what it means is the four elements are the one that makes up the rupa, four elements. So they are the main building blocks of the materiality, the four elements. And the nibbana rupa, for example, the derived materiality, for example, color, they are colors of the four elements.
Okay.
The smell of the four elements.
Yes.
The taste of the elements. The translucency of the four elements, which can impinge with light, is eye translucency, and so on and so forth. So so therefore, the 14 concrete derived materiality are direct aspects of the four elements, whereas the 10 non-concrete materialities are not direct aspects, because, for example, space is not an aspect of the four elements, but it's between four elements. There is something in between, so not direct aspects of the four elements. Similarly, when there is four elements that is arising, standing, and perishing, so therefore we understand it as generation, continuity, or aging and perishing. So not a direct aspect of the four elements, but something that we understand through the four elements and understanding. Can we understand that way?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Everything all 10 will be very good. Like that. Yeah, sometimes words are not enough. Okay. Okay, sharing merit. Idame punyam Nibbanasa Pachayo Hodu Mama punya bhagam Sabha sadanam Vajemi Esave Esamam Punya bhagam Lavandu Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.